We back. Hey buddy, how you doing? It's been about 3 weeks since I last saw you. And a lot has happened in my life since then. I've watched some One Piece and yeah. Anyways, smash like and let's dive straight into it now. Since episode 200, I have seen the rest of G8, Long Ring, Long Land, and Water 7, Enies Lobby, yada yada yada. Now, there is someone, a character, that I was going to talk about in episode 200 video, but I just felt like I hadn't seen enough of him back then. But I will be talking about him now, and that, of course, is the man, the myth, the legend, Condoriano. Like, when he whipped out the Combomiano and blew up those Marines to give his crew a chance to escape, I knew that was the best character ever to be created. Anyways, Long Ring Longland, fucking great name. It was okay, I guess. Well, when it first started, I thought, damn, this is kind of shit. But eventually it grew on me. Then Luffy agreed to 3 more games, and I was like, oh my fuck. But yeah, otherwise it was pretty enjoyable. Anyways, let's talk about the new characters. First of all, Lucci and his gang are actually some pretty good villains. The only slight problem I have with them is the whole iron body thing, because it kind of just feels like a cop out to make them seem more powerful. But then again, it is interesting to see how the Straw Hats counter it, like with Sanji's hot feet. Pause. Frankie. Now, for those of you who aren't caught up, let me just give you a quick recap of my One Piece journey so far. Basically, I made a video before I started watching all of One Piece called I Watched Every 100th One Piece episode without context. And in that video, I watched it in dub, which turned out to be a slight mistake on my part. So when I started watching the entire anime, I switched to Japanese, mainly because of the backlash, but also due to the fact that Crunchyroll doesn't have the dub for some reason. But granted, I'm definitely preferring the Japanese voice actors. But the reason I bring this up is because I saw people saying that Frankie's Japanese voice is bad, annoying, etc. But I really don't see a problem with it, so yeah. But I do think Frankie is a pretty cool character. It's also super epic that he powers up with Coca Cola. Anyways, I did already know about the whole having to replace the Going Merry thing going in, but it was still quite sad despite that. Then the Sea Train stuff, which I absolutely loved, and not just because we got to see Sanji go Zoro mode with kitchen knives, but also because uh trains are cool, I guess. Oh, and we got the introduction of the super cool brand new character Sogeking and his peak theme song. Like, that shit's my jam. Speaking of music, turns out Crunchyroll had some copyright problems, and Crazy Rainbow, along with some other openings, are missing. But don't worry, I have listened to Crazy Rainbow prior to recording, and that's what I'll do with all the missing openings along the line. Speaking of openings, I know that in the last video I said I'd rank them as I go along, but because I'm so indecisive, I've decided to do a tier list instead. So let's do that real quick. Right, so first of all, we are I think it's very good, but I'm going to save S tier for the best of the best. Alright? So it's going in A. Opening 2, Believe. I think this should get an A too. It's pretty banging. 3, again, an A. I'm not putting everything in A, trust me. See, look, Bon Voyage going in S, because this is the best, okay? It's just peak. 5, this, I feel like I did like it, but I think it's a B because it doesn't really compare to the 3 we have in A, you know? 6, Brand New World. This is an absolute bop. I think I hmm, hmm, I think I'm gonna go S again. Fight me, okay? I'll I'll fight. We are. Oh my god, this was awful. The remix for the recap episodes. I had to deal with it for a lot longer than that because Crunchyroll just put it in instead of the next one, and it's just the first one, except not great. So that's like a Creative Rainbow. Should also be an A, because it's pretty darn good. Alright, that's that, and I will update that every video. And if you disagree, I'll friggin' beat you up. Alrighty then, let's take a look at my initial episode 300 reaction in my every 100 episodes video. Okay, I have zero context for this. What the fuck? Okay, so the last two episodes, 100 and 200, I had some idea what was going on. Oh my god, yap. Luffy is fighting this guy, right? Yup. He's the bad guy. Mm-hmm. And the other dudes are somewhere else. Yep. Okay, there's Zoro is fighting this giraffe man. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this episode is about Zoro fighting a giraffe thing. That's epic. Pretty much. How do you like this? I'm not gonna say it. How you like that? Fuck! K-pop is so peak. Of all the things to expect from One Piece, I did not think I'd see Zoro fighting a giraffe. To be honest, I probably wouldn't have anyway. I have no idea what any of that was. Well, now you do. Theory. That guy was like a shapeshifter, right? And he turned into like a giraffe, and he can do it with like any animal, you know? He could be like a fish if he wanted to. Okay.
We'd better hurry and get them to ramen.
Ramen noodles? Holy shit. Wait, why did it actually sound like he said ramen there, not Robin? Jesus, this is why I'm watching in Japanese now.
Same punch sent that Choppa freak flying.
What? What the fuck? I like how there's so many characters in this that without context just seem like the dumbest things ever. Again, it's still kind of dumb with context. Yeah, wait, hold on. I've heard of Gear 5 before. That's where he has the white hair and shit, right? So, I'm assuming gears are like power-ups, right? That he can do. I figured something out. Alright, well, it looks like I shall be leaving you now, because I have a cliffhanger to see concluded. So, I shall see you at episode 400 of One Piece. No. You bitch. You bitch.